What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you have had a wonderful start to your work week. It is Monday. Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom and Jay-Z's mother-in-law, her home in Los Angeles was the target of a burglary earlier this week. The fashion designer, and of course, mother of Solange Knowles as well, she was robbed, though luckily no one was home at the time. So that's good to hear that her, and then she's here with her husband, Richard Lawson. They were not there, so no one was hurt. LAPD officials confirmed on Sunday that the officers responded to the burglary investigation and did take a report for the incident that happened on July 5th. The LAPD also confirmed that the investigation was still ongoing when they found out, of course, that no one was at the residence at that time. They discovered it was somebody working for Tina Knowles and found that her entire safe had been removed from the residence. So it was an inside job. Because here's the thing, it would have to be, right? If your daughter is a billionaire as well as your son-in-law is a billionaire, there's no way that you would um, you know, allow anyone from the public to be able to easily access your home and your valuables. That's one of the benefits of being, really wealthy, is that you're afforded a level of privacy that the general public is not. So the safe contained over $1 million in cash and jewels. No further details have been made public regarding how the culprits managed to enter the residence or leave with the full safe. So unfortunately, it was somebody that, she trusted, and it was an inside job. I mean, I don't know. I'm just really glad that they weren't there. I mean, $1 million isn't a lot considering, like I said, her close family members are billionaires, but money cannot replace your sense of security or peace of mind and that trust. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the downfalls. I'm not, of course, wealthy like that, but I think that that would be one of the huge downfalls, is being afraid of, you know, getting close to people, because that betrayal, like, you would think that people will always out to, take advantage of you or steal from you, or I know a lot of wealthy people are afraid of their children being kidnapped, and it's bad enough they don't have, any kind of anonymity. I remember President Obama, he said that was the one thing that he missed. He was in an interview. I forget who he was, or who was the interviewer, but they asked him, they said, is there, anything that you would change, or, going back in the past, or that you miss from your life before becoming president? And he said, yes. He said the anonymity of just being able to, walk down the street. He said that he tried it once. He tried to, put on a hat and disguise of and tried to go to Central Park, of all places, in New York, and tried to blend in. He said he got like half a block. But with Miss Knowles, her daughter, and even I mean, both her daughters, right, are extremely famous. But Beyonce is, I think, the biggest performer or entertainer, of our generation. And it and her son-in-law, of course, is a billionaire. He's huge too, right? Jay-Z is a business in and of himself. He said so. So I hope that they can, maybe clean house, get a new security team, you know, beef up their security, perhaps maybe even move to somewhere that is more secure, or a different location. Because after you've been robbed, now I have had my apartment robbed once when I was in college, and the police did nothing. They took a report, and I don't even know if they saw, if they, followed any leads. They didn't get back to me. But I mean, it was just, minor stuff. like purses and camera equipment and stuff like that, perfumes. And I mean, it was like it was a couple $1,000s worth of stuff, nothing in the millions. I don't have that capital, but the peace of mind that is shaken, you're shaken to your core. And I didn't have any roommates at that time. I was in graduate school, but that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Like, it disrupts your sleep patterns. And if I were, Tina, I would have, you know, a whole different security detail. I don't know if they had a security detail before. And again, I'm glad that they weren't home, but that's what I would do. Like, I would clean house because it was, um, somebody from the inside, and closely examine my circle of friends. But talk to, her husband, who is, an actor in his own right, right? Richard Lawson's done very well for himself. His daughter, Bianca Lawson, is gorgeous, and she's an actress in her own right, from Save the Last Dance all the way up till Queen Sugar, looking exactly the same, youthful and vibrant as ever, in her 40s. But yeah, I mean, between, that family, they have some really big power players. And so I'm sure that they can, Jay-Z, I'm sure he knows somebody who knows somebody rich and famous, and, um, that can give her a better security detail. But yeah, and then that sense of betrayal too. They found out that it was somebody working from the inside, which it would have to. My question is, they're right. How did you get a whole safe? Well, I guess because I don't know where, Miss Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson live, but I'm sure that they probably, since they were, it was an inside job, they knew where the cameras were, and they knew how to, I guess, kind of maneuver. But that's and they're probably somewhere that's um, remote. You know what I mean? So they would have a lot of space, and maybe, I don't know, I'm speculating, but that is a good question. How would you remove someone's safe? But I guess $1 million really wouldn't be a lot. Like, it wouldn't be a huge safe. I don't know. I'm glad that they weren't, home. I'm glad that no one was hurt. I'm glad that they have an idea of who did it, and that means that they can do something about it. And hopefully she can, get her peace of mind back, because it's unfortunate, but that is definitely rich people problems. Um, that's one of those 99 problems that that Jay-Z was talking about. I mean, Biggie said it best, like, more money, more problems. Like, you know, you constantly have to have your head on a swivel if you have money like that, because people are crazy, and times are just ridiculous. This inflation, you guys, is just out of control. It's not sustainable. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that they hopefully will get down to the bottom of it. But they have insurance, I'm sure, to cover those things. And $1 million in the grand scheme of things can't replace, your health. So I'm glad that nobody was hurt. But anyway, that's all I got on the Miss Tina Knowles story. Y'all drop down in the comments. Of course, I want to hear from you. Let me know. And please be sure to like the video. It's a free way to support the channel. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will talk with you later. Take care, aces. Bye.